Hi, my name is Iman and I am 31 years old, soon to be 32. And I've been a part of an organization called the Red Cross Youth, I think. And I was a part of that for, I think, like 3 years during my study time when I went to university. And during that time, my involvement was we used to help out in a school where the kids were like from the ages of 6 to 13, and we used to help them with homework. So we had a homework group for two times a week for about 2 hours. So we were like a little group that used to go there and help them. And another involvement was also that we used to go to like a place where people who were seeking asylum came every day. It was like a school for youngsters, but they also had like things for the parents. So we used to go there like once a week and have activities with the youth as well. So that was my involvement, and I also were involved in like a project called Girls in Between. And I started that when I was 15 years old. So we kind of started Girls in Between because when we went to high school, we felt like we didn't have like an arena for only girls. And in our youth recreation centers, we felt like the boys would take like all the space. So we were like, we want to have something of our own. And one of our youth recreation centers leaders listened to us, and she helped us actually create this project. And it was like a project for I think a year, and then we got some money from the municipality, and then we got even more money from like something called Arvsfonden, where you can seek project money. And I worked with that for like since I was 15, and I think I ended it like 3 years ago actually. But I had different involvements. So in the beginning it was voluntarily. So for like 4 years maybe we used to volunteer, and we were like a group of girls that held the activities, planned it. We had like a budget. We had to think about what we want to do with the budget and stuff like that. But it was like primarily voluntarily, and then it evolved. So my motivation like has always been, my mom has always been like very involved in politics and stuff like that. So when we were younger, she used to tell us like it's important that you're part of the civic society, and she was a spokesperson against the FGM. And she always told us, me and my sister, she used to take us on like conferences against FGM, and she always told us like it's important for you guys to be involved in something and stand up for things. So like from we were young, we always like, we knew things about politics and we tried to stay involved, and she always encouraged us. So that's where like my interest in politics and being a part of civic society started. But then when I was 15, this opportunity came with Girls in Between, and when you see that adults listen to you and they want to like make your proposition to reality, that's when you see that you can actually make a difference. And after that, when I studied in university, I felt like I need to do something more. Like it's not only fun to like study and not do anything outside of the studies. Even I was working as well, but I wanted to do like something more voluntarily. So that was my motivation actually. My mother has always been my motivation in this area, but my motivation has always also been that like I want to make a difference in the world, even if it's a small difference for like a kid or for a youth in my city. I still make a difference. So being a volunteer has taught me a lot. I used to love like going to the school where we used to have this homework group and seeing the kids. And the best thing was like seeing their reaction. They loved when we came to their school, and when they like when we helped them with like homework and they got it. Like that was, it gives you so much. Like everything doesn't have to be about money, and you know that you're making a difference for someone else. So that's something that it taught me, was like, even if you give like a little bit of your time, it gives someone else a lot more. And so I would actually encourage everyone that has the time to be a volunteer in some kind of way. It don't have to be like every week. It can be once a month, and be a part of civic society, because if we're not a part of it, who's gonna be? I definitely think that little investments can matter, because at the end of the day, it doesn't always have to be like save the world. You can do a small thing like in your school, and that can be have a big impact on two people maybe, or one, but you have done something. And I think like it's good to start locally. It's good to start at your own school, or like where you are, because that's where you can see a difference as well. So little investments are perfect actually, because there are people that want to do big investments. That's great, but I think that start little, and then if you want to do big things, you can work yourself way up. I think that like youth are not less involved in society or lazy. Actually, I think they are more involved in society today than we were, because youth now are more like, they know more, they are more knowledgeable, they have social media, they are so invested in like things that happen not only in their country but outside of the country and in the world. So right now, actually, it is my job to work with like youth-driven activities, and I see youth being involved every day in my job. Like they want to be involved um, in their spare time. They want to do a difference for their friends or their peers. So actually, I don't think that is a correct analysis that kids now are lazy. They are involved, and they always want to do like better for the society. And when I speak to them, I'm always like, sometimes I'm shocked about how how smart they are, and how knowledgeable they are, and how much they know, and how much they want to be involved in the society. And oftentimes they raise that they feel like the adults don't listen to them. So I think we have to like flip the script and think about, but they are involved, they want to be involved, but do we actually listen to them? Do we actually want to take part of their ideas or what they have to come with? And that's where the friction is. I think that we don't actually think that youth are knowledgeable enough to give adults that work in the fields with youth or outside, like in politics. So I think we have to listen to them more, because they live their lives and they know more about youth than we do. Yeah, and my involvement actually pushed me to study political science, because I was very much interested in politics and how it can look like in a bigger scale. So I'm still, to this day, I am very much interested in politics, and I think that has a lot to do with my involvement in the civic society, because when you are a volunteer, you get to see like parts or sides that you didn't know about before, like how to apply for like maybe project money and where they come from, and how it works like within an organization and stuff like that. So everything is actually basically politics. So that made me more interested in politics, and actually made me want to study political science.